We're here today with Dennis Talkin at Direct Enterprises, and we were really wanting to understand, Dennis, what kind of sweet corn should we plant in our garden? And we found you just 10 minutes from our house, and after we talked to you a few minutes, we realized that you were the expert and we needed to hear from you. So what kind of sweet corn should we be planting?
Well, there's choices that you have to make as the homeowner, and that could be several different options for you as far as maturity, color, and then whether you want genetically modified or GMO, or whether you want conventional.
Okay, lots of different things there.
That's right.
So you've got it outlined on the chart here. Maybe we should start at the top. Why would I want genetically modified, or that's what GMO is, right?
GMO today for us in sweet corn means Roundup Ready and Liberty Link, and then also BT. That it has insect resistant, but mainly it's for the herbicide. That's what most people want, is because sweet corn is much more sensitive than field corn when you go to spray any other herbicide on.
Okay.
It will not hurt the crop.
Okay, so I could spray on the Roundup Ready version, I could spray Roundup right on the corn and not cause any damage to the corn.
You could spray it up to 4 times during the year. If you have grass and broadleaf weeds, you could do that.
Okay, is it going to cause any risk to the ear itself if I spray it with Roundup?
No, none whatsoever.
Okay. And the other kind you said was Liberty Link, I believe that's this from Syngenta?
Yes, theirs is glyphosate tolerance, or also that is Roundup. That's their generic name. Glyphosate tolerant is Roundup resistant, and then they have Liberty. And Liberty acts very similar to Roundup, only it's faster acting and you get a faster burn down.
Okay, so just to clarify, if I have Liberty Link hybrid, can I spray Roundup on it or only Liberty?
Because their product has both, you can spray either or.
Okay, so this product is Liberty Link and Roundup Ready.
Correct.
Okay, I understand. Now, is that all the Syngenta hybrids that you sell?
Yes.
They all have both?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's great. So this is a 2,500 kernels. How much will that cover?
That will cover like 1/10 of an acre, which is about 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, Christy, I think if we're going to have a patch like that, we'll have to...
We need more land.
We need more land, yeah. You also sell by the bigger bags.
Yes, this bag here will do an acre. It's 25,000 kernels. That will give you, ensure that you will have a large ear size when you harvest.
You'd plant them a little thinner than you would a regular field corn.
Correct.
Okay. So we mentioned the herbicide resistance, and you talked a little bit about the BT. Now with our conventional corn, we've always had earworms unless we took this BT powder and powdered right on it. So is this the same thing?
It is, only it's bred into the plant. The one thing with BT is the insect still has to eat some of the corn in order to basically ingest it, and then they will die.
Okay, so you might see a little evidence of,
Yes.
of an earworm or something in your corn, but he won't go all the way down through like he does on a regular conventional corn.
That's right. He will die eventually.
Okay, so that's GMO versus non-GMO. The second thing you said was the color. So we have white, yellow, and mixed. I guess that's kind of everything, right? It's chocolate, vanilla, and swirl.
That's a personal choice. It's whatever people grew up with, what they remember about sweet corn. I mean, this is emotion that comes into sweet corn because they remember something back when they were kids, and they want to experience the same thing every year.
So you really don't think there's necessarily a different taste or a better taste for one over the other? Do you think they're different? Or is it just what you see and you kind of feel that...
It's all in your mind. If you harvest sweet corn at the right time, they all taste fantastic.
Okay, and I think that kind of leads us to the maturity aspect. When it comes to harvesting sweet corn, what is the right time?
Well, right before the raccoons get into it, that's the best time.
I thought that the raccoons came the night before it was ready.
That is true. They know, they're the first to know that it's ready. Yeah. I don't know many people that can pick it before the raccoons can get to it.
That's exactly right. Now we'll have to meet Ricky here in a little bit. Rocky.
Yeah.
So the third item on the list is maturity.
Yes. And this is important depending upon where you live and how soon do you want to harvest. Because the fuller the season, obviously you're going to harvest later. But if you live in the northern area like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, you're going to want an early maturity variety. if you pick a early maturity here in the Indianapolis area, it is most likely going to grow very short. It'll shorten up on you versus what it would be normally, and it may not pollinate as well.
Okay. So you would want to plant as long of maturity as you can for your region. Is that really what you're kind of saying?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. So you listed 3 things here, but I don't see anything really discussing how sweet it is.
And that's another option that you have as far as when you go to pick which sweet corn you want.
Okay, you got something else to show on that?
Yeah, we have another chart.
Wow. Lots of numbers and words and all. That's the kind of stuff that Christy likes. It looks kind of sciencey there, Christy.
This is designed to give you an idea, and this is on our website and in our brochure, that some of the first sweet corn out were called sugary, and they have a very low sugar content. Field corn is 7%. So this is something that, you know, is just above field corn.
And you're saying that the Silver Queen falls into this category?
Yes. And I'm not a fan of it. Many people are. We sell a lot of it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Right. Right. It's just not as sweet as some of the newer hybrids, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
And then several years ago, probably 25, they came out with sugar enhanced. And sugar enhanced varieties are like Ambrosia, Bodacious, Incredible, are 3 of the, you know, big names. And they all fall in this category.
And you have all 3 of these on your website now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That and more. But they are available, and they're also different maturities. All of those are. And then the newer varieties today coming out are all fall in these bottom 3 categories where they have higher sugar contents. And as you move into the higher sugar, they're harder to produce.
Oh, really?
Not for you, the homeowner, maybe, but for the production fields out west where sweet corn is produced.
So for the hybrid breeders,
Yes.
that's where they're having...
Yeah, and that is why they charge more money for the seed.
Okay. So the seed is harder to produce on these things, but then when someone actually plants the seed, it's just as easy to grow as the rest?
Unless we get really cold weather and rainy, it can be hard then.
Okay.
But if we have a normal year, they'll all grow.
Would you in general say that without any of this history that you mentioned, we're used to Silver Queen or we're used to one, would you in generally say that these really taste sweeter, that you can tell the difference and that these have a better taste than that as far as the sweetness?
Yes, I can tell the difference, yes.
Okay. Well, can you name some non-GMO varieties that fall into the super sweet category?
We have Sweet Sensations, and that's the highest sugar content of any corn on the market today. And the name kind of says it all, but it's very expensive to buy.
Okay.
And most people just buy a small amount of it.
And what's the maturity on it?
It's running roughly about a 76 day.
Okay, so anywhere from Indianapolis, even a good bit north from here could grow that.
Correct, yes.
This bag and this packaging would look the same no matter what variety I've got,
yes.
right? So this is a 1 pound bag? Right?
Yes.
What's the price point typically on a 1 pound bag?
It can vary between the varieties, whether it is $10 to $15 a pound.
How many kernels typically would be in a bag like this?
Depending upon the year, we can range anywhere from 2,800 seeds per pound all the way to 4,000 seeds per pound. So you almost have to ask every year, what is the seed count?
Does it say on the bag anywhere?
On our bag, it does show, and this is required by law. We have to put this label on there that shows the test date, the germination, and the seed count.
Yeah, so for instance, this one says 2,813 seeds per pound.
Correct.
Okay. So this is a half pound bag, a 1 pound bag. You have a 5 pound bag.
Yes.
This is for somebody that likes a lot of sweet corn.
Yeah.
Is this corn still available to our viewers, all of these different varieties that we're talking about today?
We've sold out of a few, but most are available at For The Grower, the number 4, forthegrower.com. Yes.
And then you have them sorted by the sweetness?
Yes, all the information is on the website, and you can pick. First you have to pick whether you want GMO or non-GMO.
Same order we just talked about.
That's
GMO or non-GMO,
exactly.
Yellow, white, maturity, and then the sweetness factors. All this information's there. Website looks really nice. You need to go check it out. And especially excited. She doesn't have to powder them this year. We're also excited for to try out some more sweet corn than I've ever experienced. He also has a brochure here. I started to look at this. Oh my goodness! I was hoping maybe he had an ear or two already warm and ready for me this evening. Dennis, it's been great to get some information from you. And based on this, I think we're going to try this Syngenta corn right here. I believe the name was Aspire.
Yes, that is a yellow, and it is a triple sweet. So it'll fall here in this category right here, 22 to 30%.
Okay. I'm excited about that.
All right.
So we'll keep you posted throughout the year. Right now, it's raining so much that there's no way we can plant our sweet corn. So we've got several days before we'll be able to be out there. But as soon as we can, we'll show you the planting, and we'll keep you informed all year. We're excited about the BT aspect. Catriel's especially excited. She doesn't have to powder them this year. We're also excited to try out some Roundup on these things and see if we can keep our weeds down without having to get out there with a hoe. What in the world are you doing?
I found Rocky, the raccoon. Now, usually we do not want you in our sweet corn, okay? But you're kind of cute, so I don't know. Can we take him home and let him drive Johnny?
No, there's plenty of his kind in our backyard already.
Yeah, but this one's so cute. Matter of fact, this one's a lot bigger than anyone I've seen in our backyard.
I don't know, we got some big ones.
Yeah, I think it's funny that a sweet corn company has a raccoon as a mascot. I think we need to talk to Dennis about this.
It does seem kind of counterproductive, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't want raccoons getting in my sweet corn.
Well, I think the thing is anywhere there's sweet corn, there's coons.
True.
So even the sweet corn distributor is going to have coons around.
Yeah, but this is why we put up electric fence.
Keep him out?
Yeah.
Dennis, thank you very much for your time. This is Direct Enterprises in Westfield, Indiana. And again, it's at forthegrower.com. Description and the link below. All the information you could ever want to know about sweet corn. And we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
Bye.